The wind blew up the lid of my trash. Oof.
Oh,
But
yeah.
luckily it's hinged, so I just flipped it back. So
Yeah.
crisis averted.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
I went shopping.
Really?
morning.
Wow. What kind of shopping?
It's like grocery shopping.
Damn.
It's like the only reason I leave the house.
Nice.
It was nice. There was like nobody there. Probably because of the wind. I don't know if you heard how windy it was.
People hate grocery shopping in the wind. That's true.
Yeah. Oof. Funny
Yeah.
stuff.
Would you go to the Demola's, the Market Basket?
No.
Hannaford's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang.
The market. First of all, nobody calls it Demula's, but my grandmother. So I don't go to the Market Basket. If that's what you mean. Sometimes if I need specialty things,
Yeah.
or like a specific brand, but the Hannaford's a lot closer and the aisles are wider.
Yeah.
And
There's not as many people in there. Even at peak hours.
yeah.
They don't stock the shelves in the middle of the day
Yeah.
unless they need to, which is the opposite of Market Basket, where they find it like somehow enhances your experience if there's always a pallet of food in the way.
Yeah, I really always love that. And then you try to go around it, but the aisles aren't wide enough really to even accommodate one cart. So
Yeah.
nobody's ever really paying attention to what they're doing. So
No. Yeah, and they'll build new ones, and they just keep the aisles the same size. It's really confusing
yeah,
to be like that business model. You know,
yeah,
give me some room in those aisles. You know, make that feel luxurious. You know, I want to feel like I have all the room in the world to move around.
Especially now, Jeff. In these trying times, I definitely don't want to be closer to
Yeah.
people. I want to lean away from them as they pass me by, as I look down on them because I think they're not doing something right. Like their mask is too loose or something.
Yeah, it's the masking is not great. I've seen people in Market Basket with no masks walking around, just chilling.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. And listen, I don't know shit about shit, so maybe they have a legitimate medical reason, but maybe you could figure out a way to get groceries delivered or send someone else in your household out or
Hey, I saw people I think as recently as like a month or two ago in Hannaford's just not wearing a mask. They were too good for it because Hannaford also has that, like, they'll just shop for you. You fill out like an online shopping cart.
Yeah.
And then you pull up and they put the groceries in your trunk.
That's too convenient, though. I really like to run the aisles. I really like to let the groceries inspire me.
Yeah, I guess it's a lot of chefs. Yeah, a lot of local chefs just not wearing masks. I might start doing the fucking walk it out to my car. You walk around with these dipshits you let in the store.
It is convenient. It is convenient. We'll still hit up Market Basket for a few things, but we are now getting semi-regular grocery deliveries.
Yeah,
which is nice.
I think I've been self-inspired, Jeff. I think every grocery store in these trying times, I think in these trying times, every grocery store should have a designated store jerk. And it's someone like me who just walks around the store, and if they see you without a mask, you get yelled at by the jerk.
Yeah. Going down the aisle the wrong way.
Yep.
Boom.
Oh, boom. I will turn your cart around and push it straight back down. And I'll say, you do what I do, which is go down the next aisle over and then come up the right way.
Yeah. It takes a little, like, getting used to, you know what I mean? Like, getting that flow down, but it works. It's fine.
I don't think it took any effort at all. You look at the big colored arrow on the fucking floor. You can't fucking miss. Or the signs posted goddamn everywhere.
Listen, the grocery shopping experience pre-COVID-19 in desperate need of an overhaul. This should be an opportunity to make grocery shopping better. And I feel like no one's really seizing that opportunity. It's sad.
It should be luxurious. I think you're right.
Yeah, there's not a lot of innovators in the grocery store, business.
Well, there weren't until now. Now there's two of them. Now there's two of them, Jeff. Well, how about this, all right?
Yeah.
This way nobody passes anybody. You're on like a minecart track, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a little electric powered, solar panels on the roof, very green.
Super green, yeah.
Maybe some windmills or something,
Almost too green.
Maybe too green. And you're on a track and you go around and you pick things up. All the shelves are like right at shoulder height.
Yeah.
You don't reach down or up. You're sitting down in a cart. Maybe everything's on your right, and you hand it off to your left. That's where your cart where you put everything is on the left. And then maybe that's on a little. You can push that forward and pull it back, so you can organize stuff the way you want, which I like to do when I'm shopping, so that when they bag it, it's bagged the right way, so the heavy stuff goes in first.
Holly's a big proponent of things being bagged the right way. I mean, I don't know if her idea of it is the same as you, but I literally do not care.
And you know what? There's some baggers that work at Hannaford's who feel like you, but the problem is these aren't their groceries, are they? I'm firmly in Holly's court on this. We are.
I want to hear you guys talk about how you like them bagged and see if it differs.
This sounds like a whole second podcast opportunity, like the grocery gang.
You and Holly.
No, you're in. No, you're in too. Me, you, and Holly.
Fine. All right.
You just kind of talk about grocery improvements because there's a correct way to bag groceries. 100%.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't have a preference on how my groceries are bagged, but I have had them bagged in a way that I would think no reasonable person would think to do it. Like would have to go out of their way to make it kind of awkward and not good to carry and like eggs on the bottom.
Yeah.
And like, I just think if it fits in the bag, nothing's getting crushed. I don't care.
No, I don't know.
I gotta get home.
I take that a couple steps further, but yeah. I don't think anything should go on top of eggs.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. Like, if it's really light, I don't care if it's on top.
But that might throw off the balance of the bag. So you put it down, and then whatever's on top tilts over. That might push the eggs around.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I don't want that happening. That's not, a bag of chips. No, I don't think so. And also, when you pack the eggs, they go in the top pack, the little part of the cart, right? Where people put their kids or whatever.
Yeah,
that's where the eggs go. You don't put them on top of other things that are already in the cart. You don't balance them at an angle. That's not how it works. Well, I'll save it. We'll save it for grocery gang. We'll save it for grocery gang. It's going to be the whole next hour if I get going.
I just shove everything in that top part until I need space in the bottom. Hey, and welcome to Heads Up with Jeff and Sean. I'm
Sean,
Jeff.
and I'm not happy about how my groceries are bagged usually. That's just a little something about me, now.
Yeah, a little something that completes the tableau that is Sean.
I got self checkouts. Ooh, game changer.
Oh yeah, people that are angry about self checkout just confused the fuck out of me. I just no interaction with anybody. I'm telling you what I'm getting, and then I'm out. That's it.
Yeah, put a camera on me. I don't care. Record the interaction. Save it forever. Fine. What you're gonna see is gonna be inspiring to other people who do checkout or bag things. They'd be like, "Whoa, this guy bags."
I'm surprised I haven't gotten searched at more places with self checkout with those cameras because I'm always constantly like nervously looking at the camera and giving a nod as I'm checking out. I don't know. Something about it gives me police state vibes, but if they want to do it, if that's the price I have to pay to scan things,
oh my God, fine. Jeff, you've lived in a police state pretty much all your life, so
that's true. This podcast, we typically do three things. There's three different segments.
We talk about going to grocery stores. We talk about being in grocery stores, and we talk about bagging groceries.
Yeah. The last segment is we'll talk about candy, which I think is going to change. Pretty sure, maybe even today. Who knows? The middle segment is we're going to try to franchise a movie that never got franchised, and then the first segment is going to be animals.
Well, now it's time to get online to our internet service provider. It'll be cool. Here we go.
That sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nailed it.
Sure.
Oh, it's also the year of the snake, Sean.
Is it?
It's the year of the snake. Yeah.
Awesome. That sounds cool.
I mean, it's the year of the ox when you're looking at like the Chinese calendar, I believe. But on heads up, it's the year of the snake.
All right.
So.
All right.
Heads up specifically. If you're curious about the different cultural calendars, probably something different. But here, heads up. It is the year of the snake. Okay. Now, Sean, again, I don't know if I know how to say the name of this snake, like the proper name.
Yeah.
But have you ever heard of the flying snake?
No.
I think it's Cryosopelea.
Yeah, I'm just going to type flying snake into Google. Just get kind of an idea. That seems more like a like a better idea from me.
Yeah. Now, much like the flying squirrel, the snake does not actually fly
Yeah,
anywhere.
of course, he glides.
Yeah, it jumps and glides because it's a snake and not a bird with wings or a bat with wings or a plane with wings. Let's see what else. What else has wings?
Mosquitoes, flies,
Flies, yeah, insects.
all sorts of insects, beetles.
Ladybugs.
Wow, you really put your mind to it. It's harder to think of things with wings than you'd expect. Dragonflies.
But again, true.
Just,
I read a sample fact once that said dragonflies have 6 legs but cannot walk. But I'm pretty sure I've seen them walk before. I don't know. Can you trust a sample fact?
Snapple facts were like the 90s version of Wikipedia for skater kids. So, no, you can't.
Surprised no drink company partnered with like the Magic 8 Ball company and just put Magic 8 Ball responses under each cap randomly. You know?
I thought you were going to say...
You ask your drink a question before you open the top. You thought I was just going to put the fluid in as a drink.
Not the fluid, but the little ball that floats in the fluid. Like,
yeah. Shake up your drink.
shake up your drink and ask it a question.
After someone gives you the Heimlich and it falls out onto the floor, whatever that lands on is your answer.
But they put a little, like, strainer near the top so you can't drink the... Come on.
Yeah. I mean, I think putting a random answer in the cap is probably... I don't know. It's no longer a viable idea.
Yeah, we're not here to...
Today's day and age.
Yeah, we're not here to debate the viability of Snapple facts under the caps. So flying snakes, though.
Yeah.
You read on a Snapple cap that dragonflies can't walk. Good. Check. Because they got 6 legs. Sure. That seems like they'd be better at walking than most people, but...
That's true, but they're not. Now they're diurnal, right?
Ooh, okay.
Which
During the day.
I'm pretty sure they're active during the day. Yeah. Now they can kind of flatten their bodies a little bit to give them more lift. I didn't really look up a lot about these flying snakes.
That's fine. That's what I do every time. So I wouldn't sweat it if I were you.
Yeah. But it must live mostly in trees, I would assume.
Well, it's got to. I mean, how does it? Does it just like rear up and lunge into the air to like take off, and it kind of like keeps doing that? I'm assuming it jumps out of trees.
Yeah, the one video I saw, it just jumped out of a tree and just like wiggled in the air until it landed on another branch. So,
upon reaching the end of a branch, the snake continues moving until its tail dangles from the end of the branch. It then makes a J-shaped bend, leans forward to select the level of inclination it wishes to use to control its glide path.
Shit.
as well as selecting a desired landing area. So, okay. I feel like you'd flip those last two. It like picks where it wants to go and then adjusts accordingly.
Yeah. They probably had a lot. They probably had a lot of. They're probably getting paid by the word, you know.
Yeah, on Wikipedia. Yeah, I think that's how it works. God, no wonder this website's so bloated.
This website is telling me that an interesting fact about a flying snake is that it doesn't really fly; it glides. Like everybody would know that, and I don't think that's that interesting.
No, that's less interesting than it just flying. So, not really. Let's say, why does it fly though?
They're saying they're better gliders than most flying animals.
Than a flying squirrel?
Yeah, they specifically
I guess
call
they
it
said
flying
most,
squirrels.
not all, but okay. So it's better than, or not better than flying squirrels.
It says it's better than a flying squirrel at gliding.
That doesn't sound right.
Why? Because the flying squirrel has like the webbing between their
I
arms
mean,
and legs.
a flying squirrel's like a mammal, and I'm just feeling some,
Gotcha.
really some brotherhood with them, you know? So. Okay, it manages to save energy compared to travel on the ground by hurling itself off branches. Okay, what about climbing the tree? Did you calculate that, dumbass? And to dodge earthbound predators. That seems like an involved process,
Yeah.
but okay.
There's literally no interesting facts on this page about interesting facts.
Oh, they're up to 4 feet long. Yeah, that's
If you saw a snake gliding from one tree to another above your head, how would that make you feel?
I wouldn't like it. I don't like the idea already.
Yeah.
I can't find anything on what they eat though.
No, I mean they're mildly venomous.
That's even less good that they can climb through the air now.
Yeah, it says they prey upon lizards, rodents, frogs, birds, and bats.
Yeah. Well, birds and bats are probably not expecting the snake like 40 feet out in the air from the tree.
Yeah. And I guess you could jump from one tree to another to get a lizard or a rodent, really, but you'd think you'd have more luck on the ground with those, but...
Yeah. Well, maybe they climb up on the branches and then they face the trunk because that's where they think predators are going to be. But then, boom, from behind.
Yeah.
Not expecting it.
I mean, I guess otherwise it's a regular snake. Is that what they're trying to say?
That's pretty disappointing.
Oh, a related search topic shows up a question: which snake can kill a king cobra? Ooh.
Flying snake, probably, right? Like,
I guess, but the answer pulls up as mongoose, which there's nothing surprising about that. Doesn't even mention the flying snake, so I don't know why that was related.
I mean, snakes, I guess they're going pretty broad with it. They're going pretty broad with it. It does seem like the most interesting thing about the flying snake is that it flies, and that no one else has really checked out anything else about them.
Yeah. They're probably harder to catch.
Oh yeah.
We try to do more research, but they're all the way up in the trees. Can't really catch them.
Yeah. That's how you feel that. That's fine.
Wow, this is maybe the least written about animal we've ever done.
They fly. They're snakes that fly. You feel like. Mm-hmm. I am pretty disappointed in them though.
Yeah. Like they've got one interesting thing about them, and that's it. They
Pretty one note.
Lean into it.
Their venom isn't particularly bad.
Yeah. I mean, it is creepy to watch them fly or glide through the air like that. But
yeah, I haven't watched any.
do we just?
I think we do.
We just time to spit in God's eye already and fix this thing.
I'm not seeing anything about even how they have sex.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Like, if scientists could find that out, they'd be all over it, as we've learned from our long career in what I'm going to assume is biology. Basically biologists.
I don't even know how snakes mate regularly, and we've already covered 2 snakes. So I mean, I assume the egg is fertilized somehow, and then
Let's just leave it at that. I think we don't need to change anything with the flying snake. I think.
yeah.
I mean, should they? I don't think they should have to climb trees. I think they should be able to coil up and then leap into the air, like turn into a giant cartoon spring, and then extend way out to get birds in mid-flight.
Yes, yeah. I think. I mean, if anything's gonna look, it can be easily used to spring-like. It should be a snake. So I think not climbing a tree is gonna save a lot of energy, a lot of pain. I mean, it can spring jump into a tree.
Yeah,
it's fine,
that's their choice. I mean, we're not here to
waste time climbing. Yeah.
I think that'll help them get away from land-based predators still, so they still get that. They can still get from place to place.
Yeah.
Do we want them floating around once they get up there, though? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, do you add like little fins or more flat parts of the body extending from their head or their tail, or
That's
what do you do?
I mean, we could just slap some wings on this thing.
Yeah. Like, are you thinking like bat style wings?
I'm seeing 5 different species here.
Yeah.
But
So some can have bat style wings.
some can have bird style wings. Some can have, ladybug wings.
Dragonfly wings.
Maybe the scales are a little bit bigger and they just kind of flap up and down.
Oh yeah. The scales can kind of like pull up and then kind of like I like that. And then you can also use that to help direct how they're flying.
Yeah. Oh
Okay,
man,
I
those
like
those
that. I'm into the scales.
yeah, those things shoot through the air like an arrow.
Yeah.
I like those snakes.
Yeah.
Those snakes seem awesome.
I mean, they come in a variety of colors already. I mean,
Yeah, we can keep that. I'm okay
Yeah.
with that.
do we increase or decrease venom? I mean,
I think if they can straight up fly, I don't know what they need to. Like, what's the venom for?
yeah, other than like paralyzing something so it stops struggling when you're trying to eat it, maybe.
Yeah, but birds don't have venom, and they like fly it. I assume it's not the year of the bird. I don't know.
It's true.
We'll find out someday.
We'll find out. We'll find
I don't
out.
know anything. I've never seen birds in the wild. Who knows?
I'm pretty sure birds have a lot of trouble. I feel like they gotta eat rocks just to help digestion. Just birds need to be fixed. It's a whole
I
thing.
don't know anything about birds, so I have to take you at your word that birds eat rocks.
We don't really need to change up anything about the delivery system of the venom, right? It's not something where they need to spit it out because they're already flying through the air. So
They're already flying.
You don't need
a
to
ranged attack.
Yeah, if you spit something while you're flying, it's going to end up back in your face, and that's not.
Yeah,
It's not a good idea.
yeah, classic. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I don't want to say we're getting very efficient, but we've learned all we could about this thing and made it, I would say, at least 10 times better.
When you're dealing with experts, people are listening to the podcast for our expertise.
That's true. That is true.
I assume. I don't. Never met a listener. Don't think I want to. But over the past few years, which amounts to 6 or 7 episodes of the podcast total, we've had a lot of practice, just kind of refurbishing, I'd say, these animals.
Yeah.
Whole planet's kind of a fixer-upper, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, there's not. One year maybe we'll do the year of the virus. I don't know. It's just like try to figure out at that level what's going on because it seems like a shit show.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing that. I think we'll just get rid of the whole microscopic universe. It's all macroscopic. If I gotta look through a friggin' lens to see it, I'm not interested.
That's true. You know, I'm annoyed having to wear glasses to see things. You know what I mean? I'm not
Right.
going to go to a microscope, a telescope.
Right.
You know,
No, thank you.
I see what I see, and that's it.
Right.
Okay.
Let's just leave it at that.
Animal.
I was talking more like let's fix this these continents. I don't like that whole idea.
Separate continents. You don't like that they're separated, or you don't like that they're.
I don't like that they're moving around.
Oh yeah, jeez, and like slow
Pick
slow enough that it's so annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like speed it up or don't do it at all, you know?
Yeah, I like where it is. I like where the countries are. Okay, let's stop.
Seems fine to me. Seems fine to me. I don't know I don't know where we're going. And if we're going somewhere, I don't know why we're not in more of a hurry. We'll get to that when it's year of the fixer-upper planet,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Here's the last thing I'll say about that. Where are they going?
Yeah.
Where are they going to go? You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
Jesus.
Like, where are you going?
Ridiculous.
Making a mess.
Yeah.
Mountains piled up everywhere.
Ugh.
No one's cleaned it up.
Gross.
All right, so these snakes.
Covered in dirt.
I think, God. Water just everywhere. It's not like in a little pool or something. It's just spilled. We got to fix it sometime, but we're not quite there yet.
Goddamn mess.
Maybe not all of them coil up like a spring, right? Maybe there's some that don't have wings that coil up like springs.
Okay.
And snake category because they're so closely related, but they don't actually have wings. And then we have maybe some have bat wings, some have bird wings, and then there's the super fast scales as wings.
So they're taking off with these wings as opposed to springing.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they as quick to get off the ground with those wings, or is it something where they got to try real hard, like a
I'd say
chicken or
in the
wet
middle,
bird?
because they can rear up, right? They're like basically one big muscle. So just like rear up, so your wings are up a little bit. They can maybe give a little push off the ground, but like they're not springing 40 feet in the air. Is my point.
Yeah, I assume they're faster than birds on the ground, so maybe they get like not a running start because they don't have feet. Can you run without feet? I don't know, but maybe they get like a momentum start and then they start flapping the wings.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
That encourages them to like build nests in high places,
yeah,
so they can kind of compete with birds for cliff space and trees. They want to be up in the trees. They don't have to.
yeah. Maybe they develop beaks.
Yeah, and feathers. Yeah.
Start
Start
eating
eating
rocks.
rocks to digest things somehow. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think we're done with flying snakes. I don't think there's really.
It's done.
Although I would maybe. What about snakes? Right, where they like ball up the bottom part of their body, like two snakes, or maybe two to four snakes together. Tangle up their middles and then spin like helicopter blades, and they fly that way. It's just like a snake family.
Yeah. That'll be one of the species will be more communal, and that's how they fly.
Yeah, it's like the only snake species that has to work together.
And they also use that to actually catch their prey too, because when they'll spin into them and then like it'll trip them like a rope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They treat themselves like a little helicopter bola. So
Yeah.
okay. So they can go after bigger prey. They maybe are a little bit more venomous too. These are pretty dangerous snakes.
The helicopter snakes, they are deadly.
Absolutely deadly.
You get enough of those together, they can take down an elephant.
Probably not. I don't think so.
Enough of them? You get enough of them?
I don't know. The elephant's got a pretty tough hide.
You're right. I picked too hard of one. A giraffe?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
Those little skinny legs.
All that neck space too to sink fangs into.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are there vampire giraffes?
I don't see why there couldn't be. Have we fixed giraffes? Put that on the list.
We have fixed them, but I don't think we got into the vampire thing.
No.
But with all that neck space, be a prime target.
kind of imagine that's where a lot of real life vampires are, because they absolutely exist. Of course, I am a believer.
Of course.
So I mean, like, if you had all that neck real estate, like, why wouldn't you just chill where giraffes are, right?
Yeah. I assume a giraffe could sustain your undead life.
Yeah, one giraffe for like your whole, like, as long as the giraffe lives, you can get blood from it.
But I think they're diurnal. Diurnal? I'm going to learn all those words one day, you know.
No, I think they're diurnals. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they might be easier targets when they sleep. We fixed giraffes. I don't even know how they sleep. I mean, I assume they just rest their head on their body.
I don't remember how we fixed them, so we can always revisit too. If it turns, hey, look, we're of course we're better than God.
Yeah,
easy. Dude really messed up. Look at the state of the world today. You got whole continents crashing into each other. Snakes got to climb trees to fly. Birds have cloacas where everything comes in and out. No, thank you. Disgusting.
Yeah.
But of course, you know, we're workshopping
there.
it. The whole thing's got to.
Yeah.
We can always circle back. We can
always
circle
3.
back.
3.0
Yeah.
for giraffes. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're done with flying snakes.
So what's the next thing? Because we're done with flying snakes. There's really... They weren't a great snake. It's not your fault. I'm not criticizing. It's just not a great snake. It's all in the name. And the name is a lie. Yeah. Yeah.
Sean, do you remember the movie Demolition Man at all?
I thought we already did Demolition Man. That's the one... They go to the future? Mm-hmm. They're frozen. They get frozen. Oh, because I remember the end now. He kicks his head off.
Yeah.
And the futures is like weak because their society rules. But
it's PC culture. The year 2030.
Yeah, I was gonna say
PC culture has taken over.
It's perceived as though their society sucks, but it actually rules. It's only It's just like, oh, they can't handle criminals like this. It's like, actually, their society doesn't produce criminals like this. So,
yeah, the worst person they have to deal with is Dennis Leary underground looking for food.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, and he goes on one of his classic tirades.
He gets like at least 2 tirades in the movie. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Sylvester Stallone is a cop who, you know, even for his time in 1996, which I don't know why they said it in Los Angeles in 1996. The movie came out in 93, so they thought within 3 years, LA would be taken over by gangs. I mean, the Hollywood sign's on fire. Wesley Snipes has a whole territory in LA that he told the cops to stay out of, and I think Sylvester Stallone bungee jumps from a helicopter down to the roof.
Bungee jumps,
and then it's not a parachute; it's like a bungee cord, but it doesn't really snap very hard back. He gets down like real close to the roof, shoots some people, cuts the bungee cord, and just goes in. But then Wesley Snipes, I would say they were going for Joker, but he ended up more like Bugs Bunny. In his quips and his actions, then blows the place up and blames Sylvester Stallone, saying that he told him the hostages that Wesley Snipes had were in there, and Wesley Snipes didn't, and Sylvester Stallone didn't care. So he gets 30 years in prison, cryo prison, for letting that building get destroyed with the hostages in it. And Wesley Snipes got frozen in the cryo prison. And, which they just stick you into a clear tub nude and then fill it with liquid and then freeze the liquid.
Yeah, they put you in the tub and literally just insta-freeze you.
I'm pretty sure you can see Sylvester Stallone's balls for like half a second.
Right. See, this is why I'm glad I don't remember anything about movies I've seen. That's not. I've definitely seen Demolition Man, and I definitely don't remember seeing Sylvester Stallone's balls. Does one of them have like a little downturn?
The balls,
just the classic Stallone downturn, right?
Yeah.
I'm just asking. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get a good look at him, so I don't remember. But
hey,
Pretty sure you can see
I
it.
am. I did go to IMDb, and it does look like
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone's character is called John Spartan.
Yes, John Spartan, and Wesley Snipes was something
Simon
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Because he'd also use the joke Simon Says like 2 or 3 times in the movie, and Sylvester Stallone uses it once.
Great. Yeah, that's a very funny.
Yeah.
How relevant.
Yeah.
Simon Says. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So he wakes up. I don't need to hear the whole plot because it's
Yeah.
not. It's not good.
Let me
I don't
hit
think
it.
Demolition Man is good. I don't think.
Let me do a few points for you. We know it's PC culture.
Yeah.
They reference several times the big earthquake of 2010 that killed a lot of people. They also mention offhand that the last murder that ever happened was in 2010. Abortions are illegal, but so is pregnancy without a license.
Yep. Smart.
They mention that Arnold Schwarzenegger was so popular that they made an amendment to the Constitution that allowed him to be president, even though he's not from the United States. They have that whole sex via the helmets. You know what I mean?
Oh, I remember that
You
part.
can't like
Jeff.
swap fluids.
Of course I remember. Of course I remember the helmet sex part.
They
He doesn't know. Oh, the bathroom. He doesn't. You wipe your ass with the shells, and he doesn't know how to use them.
Yes.
And no one will tell him. Weirdly.
yeah, he doesn't know what to do with the shells. It's Rob Schneider's in the movie, making fun of Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. Making copies. Remember him?
Doesn't know how to use the shells. Yeah, you're part of a prison system where you froze this guy for like 30 years.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
3 shells. How can you, I don't listen. If you gave me 3 shells, I don't think I could complete the cleaning cycle down there with any sort of confidence.
Well, I
get
mean,
that.
yeah. There's got to be something going on with them, though. Like you, like the,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you use them. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
To clean up somehow. Not like I don't think you scrape down there with the shells. Is what I'm saying. That's not probably. I think.
Maybe you put him on beforehand between the cheeks, and you like the little, and then I don't know. Anyway, so
That's not it. That's definitely not it.
I'm trying to think outside the box. All right. Is the villain the CEO of Taco Bell, like the main
I don't
villain?
think so. Is he?
Because
I thought Taco Bell was paid a bunch of money to be in the movie.
I believe so, because they say every restaurant is now Taco Bell because Taco Bell won the franchise wars.
Yeah.
And so the van with the food is that Dennis Leary's trying to get his Taco Bell van. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I'm pretty sure, listeners correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the villain is like the CEO of Taco Bell.
I mean, I can just. Who is the villain? Well, it says Simon Phoenix is the main villain, but the secondary one.
The guy who helps Wesley Snipes unfreeze.
Raymond. So let's see. Yeah, so this is Raymond Cooktau. Oh man, this is like a fandom wiki entry, so I got to get away from it because it's got a ton of irrelevant fucking information in it.
Yeah, we don't need it giving us any ideas,
Yeah, I don't want that. And then none of the other links. 20 things you might not have realized about Demolition Man. I'll send that to you later, Jeff, so you and Holly can argue about it.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
You love a good list.
love a good list.
We've learned recently.
I'm going to say he's...
Yeah, sure. Fuck Taco Bell. Yeah.
Sandra Bullock is also obsessed with, like, 90s culture in this movie. Like, her office has, like, a whole bunch of, like, 90s shit. There's a Lethal Weapons 3 poster in there.
Yeah. As a teenager, she was like, I wish I was born in the 90s.
Yeah. But
Time doesn't get me.
And we're in 2021, but these people, supposedly in 2036, just have no concept of the 90s. None. But there's also an old cop working there that worked with Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
It's just fucking mind-blowing. But yeah, they also...
Yeah, the continuity on that.
Yeah.
It's a shame Demolition Man didn't pay more attention to its continuity.
I know. But they They also like altered your brain during cryo freeze, like to help cure you or rehabilitate you. Like they implanted how to knit into Sylvester Stallone's character, and then they look up Wesley Snipes' thing, and it's all like terrorism and like military stuff.
Yeah,
like,
it was whoever was in charge because they were like, yeah, he wanted to use him for something.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, we'll wrap it up. I'm trying to think of it. He convinces the guy to unfreeze his other buddies from like the 90s who are big criminals apparently to help. And then he also, once he kills that guy, starts like unfreezing like his wish list of like amazing criminals. And he mentions unfreezing Jeffrey Dahmer. He goes, I love that guy. So, but then he gets interrupted. So I don't know if Jeffrey Dahmer is actually alive in 2036, freshly unfrozen. I don't know, but
I don't know either.
I'm saying, for our movie premise, if we need Jeffrey Dahmer,
I don't really need Jeffrey Dahmer ever up and running for anything. Pass on that. So do all these guys? Does Sylvester Stallone kill all those guys that get woken up?
There's a lot of gunfighting. I don't know if he kills them all. Because after he kicks, he freezes and kicks Wesley Snipes' head off, and then, then it's like everything's great now thing. But
the movie has to end at some time. Like,
I wish it didn't. I mean, do we do a prequel of like Arnold Schwarzenegger's presidency that led to this PC culture? You know what I mean?
Do like a legal drama about the changes to like making a constitutional amendment. It's just real educational, but also Arnold Schwarzenegger features prominently.
Yeah, kind of like a Mr. Smith Goes to Washington kind of thing.
I've never seen it, but sure. Why is he going to Washington?
To change some laws. I don't know. I don't remember. I saw it in school once.
So you don't remember that, but you remembered all these details about Demolition Man?
Well, I mean, it's got time travel. It's got Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes. Come on.
That's fair. It's not really time travel. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, he traveled in time as fast as everyone else. He just...
Right. Well, maybe not, because there's that cop that Sylvester Stallone worked with in the past.
Right.
So that guy must have been like a rookie on the force, right?
Yeah, he was a rookie on the force. And
what? How long are they frozen? 30 years?
They're frozen in 96, so yeah. Almost 40 years.
So that guy's like in his mid-60s? All right.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, that tracks. That makes sense now.
He's got a desk job. But the way everyone else talks about that time, it's like they don't understand basic concepts or, anything. It's changed so much, But could we do like a... Yeah, I mean, we got Schwarzenegger's presidency. We also have the earthquake of 2010. We could do a disaster movie starring The Rock. But he already did one similar to that, didn't he?
Those don't really connect to the Demolition Man theme, right? Of being frozen, except for maybe the earthquake one, where we could do at the earthquake, criminals, maybe one of their pods falls into a hole, and it gets sealed up, and then he becomes like the future's version of Encino Man. We could do like Encino Man in the future. Brendan Fraser stars.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider's back with Pauly Shore.
You gotta get the Snyder back.
Just gotta see those two work together.
Now that's the Snyder cut I want to see.
Yeah, finally.
Rob Schneider cut.
The Rob Schneider cut.
Yeah,
I just wish movies would die. Can't everybody just read books like me? Have you seen the promos for the Snyder Cut?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we live in the society. Batman.
Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck is that? I'm surprised it didn't end with, like, a Slipknot song or something.
You don't waste a Slipknot song for the trailer.
Some Linkin Park. Jeff, $20 right now.
That's one of the Joker's tattoos.
Or cut my life into pieces in the film. It's a line he says. $20.
Crawling in my skin. These wounds, they will not heal.
Except for his tattoo, right? It's gone now.
Yeah.
Or maybe he gets it during this film. Do we get Jeff? Yeah. We get to learn how he gets his iconic tattoo. Oh my god! I'm so excited.
That's where he runs into Batman. Batman runs that tattoo shop in the future.
Batman tattoos. Batman's deep undercover. He's trying to learn about the criminal underworld, so he learned how to do tattoos. Now he's just, oh man, that's how they meet. Jeff, that's so good. Where's the Jeffrey cut? I want to see that movie. Maybe they have a long conversation in the tattoo shop about Demolition Man.
Yeah.
You can get kind of Kevin Smith with it, right? That's his thing. Yeah. Now the characters have a conversation I had about comic books. I'm a good writer.
I'm just saying the amount that the people didn't know in that movie, but you can just have a disc on someone's head and teach them knitting without them knowing.
I mean, so that technology is like, do you have to be frozen for it? Because that's a big game changer too.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd get frozen for a couple of years if I could learn some things that I'm too lazy to learn.
Right?
Yeah.
And how many things, like if you're frozen for a couple of years, like how much can they cram in there? Because that seems like a real good way to teach people stuff. I guess you probably couldn't use it on kids. There's probably laws against just freezing them for a couple of years.
I mean, once they're out of high school, you could that could be the new college experience.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I was frozen for 4 years. You know.
Yeah, I got my bachelor's on ice.
Yeah, I tried the old-fashioned way for my master's, but wasn't taking. Man. So then I took a gap year, then did another 3 years frozen.
Maybe that's that's a new class division. Like if you got your education on ice, it has negative. It's like going to a community college, like people think of it now. That's you didn't go to real college. It's like, no, I froze myself and had the information beamed directly into my brain. There's nothing wrong with that. It was more cost effective.
The amount of idiots that say they went to Harvard. Harvard should be embarrassed. They should have people stop saying that because it doesn't look good for them. You know what I mean?
I that's the one thing I wish Continental Drift would do is bury that piece of shit school. All these fucking
people are gonna have to start saying they went to Yale.
Oh God, how embarrassing!
Okay, but I mean, I guess the cryo lab would be a good place to have a movie, right?
Yeah, I now I'm thinking though, why didn't they put the information if they taught them how to knit, which I assume is largely useless in their borderline perfect society. Mm-hmm. Why didn't they teach them how to use the shells? Is this a joke that they play on new people?
Oh yeah, because they know who's coming up for parole or release or whatever, right? You want them to get ready for society. Yeah, I think the shells would be Yep. You know what? Yeah.
Never mind.
There's no excuse. There
really isn't. But never mind getting him ready for society. I don't want people coming out of jail shitting on the floor or not wiping their ass before they go back to work. That's just a societal problem.
Yeah. Because doesn't he comes out of the bathroom and says there's no toilet paper.
Yeah.
Right? He's fully dressed.
So you know what happened in there.
They have a conversation for 2 minutes. Then he says a bunch of swears to get enough paper to wipe his ass.
Because you get ticketed when you swear. I don't think we covered that.
So he pulls up his pants, up over his shitty ass, walks out casually, gets pwned by Rob Schneider, has another conversation.
Totally pwned by the Schneid dog.
And then goes back in the bathroom to pull his pants down and wipe his ass.
How long has he been awake at this point? Because
it feels like he's only awake for that one day. It feels like a day. I mean, maybe it's the 2 or 3 days.
Well,
but at that point, it's one day. But
even if it's just a day, he had to eat something. And if Taco Bell's the only thing there, this wasn't a one and done, clean in and out.
I'm surprised when they cut to like a bathroom scene next to the toilet, you didn't see like 3 hard taco shells, and like those are the shells we're talking about since Taco Bell is everywhere now.
Maybe that's what it is. You're supposed to shit in them, and then you put them in a bag to be served as Taco Bell food.
Very efficient society. Very efficient.
I've had hard shell tacos at Taco Bell. They're adequate, especially if you're hungover.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for, a fast food taco.
I just want to apologize to Taco Bell.
Yeah, our sponsor, Taco Bell.
Since in the future they'll be the only option for eating.
Well, Sean, they won the franchise wars. Maybe we have we could do a prequel to Franchise Wars. But you're right.
I think we could just do the Franchise Wars. Yeah. There's like a 4-way intersection. And there's a fast food place on every corner.
Yeah, like the Taco Bell won by unfreezing Mario Batali from cryo prison.
I don't know who that is.
It's a famous chef who was a few years ago Me Too'd because of all his sexual harassment and maybe rape. I don't know.
Yeah,
but he's
I know Jeff. I know why people get Me Too'd, and it's because they're bad people usually.
Yeah, some Me Too people or people that are against Me Too. It's like. I don't know.
I always get the impression they think they're going to get Me Too'd because they're bad people too.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't. Know. That's not a great logical leap, but it's just like, man, this doesn't have anything to do with you, dog. The fucking guillotine,
you can't say anything anymore. It's not about saying anything. It's about power dynamics and actual assault and things like that. It's all right. It's anyway. So.
Jeff, you're getting real PC, bro.
No. But
gonna be one of these liberal snowflakes pretty soon, I think.
I know. It's because I'm on the internet and the liberal media is all over the place.
Yeah.
They canceled
college. Brainwashed you. These liberal elites.
They've canceled any independent voices, so I don't know what to do.
What station can I go on national television for a platform to complain about being silenced every night? How can that happen?
Yeah.
So, I think the franchise wars could start with them unfreezing people like famous chefs. So, could you... I don't know. Who pays for that freezing program,
it's gotta be
too? That's got to be...
Right? It's cryo prison.
Yeah.
Whether they're privatized or not.
So, you got to imagine... Yeah. I guess. Could you pay money to commute someone's sentence to be like, we want Mario, the chef that you said. It's a him, the Me Too chef. They want him out early on parole so he can do Taco Bell stuff. I gotta imagine you can do that. Yeah, and then they unfreeze him. And they're like, hey, you can be on parole if you work for Taco Bell for a little while. And then if he goes no, they go, oh, it's back to the freeze tank. We're going to fill it up with water.
Have fun having that drowning sensation until we freeze you again.
Yeah. We hear it's super unpleasant.
Yeah, but again, they could just, I don't know, freeze somebody for a few years and teach them all the cooking stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of holes.
Is that maybe how the franchise wars get started? That's competing labs trying to figure out what makes a great chef. So there's corporate espionage going on. They're breaking into each other's cryo freeze labs, trying to find out what they're putting in people, and that information's copyrighted.
Yeah.
We could do a movie. We could do a spy thriller on that. The franchise wars.
Taco Bell, they figured it out. Just the same 4 ingredients and different delivery systems. That's it. McDonald's tried to make salads. Yeah, I think it's the way to go. We also have Sandra Bullock, movie star, is alive at the end of the movie. Is now worked with one of the craziest police officers to have ever lived, and I'm assuming we'll get a promotion at her job. You know, maybe she runs the police station after this. You know.
Yeah, I think
then,
maybe the first thing she has to do is refreeze Sylvester Stallone, though, because isn't he now guilty of a bunch of murders?
I mean, he was firing a lot of guns. So there had to have been some collateral damage.
He keeps swearing. He kicks off that one guy's head.
Yeah.
So,
what if she really leans into it though, and is like, all right, you know, we got caught off guard as a police force with these crazy criminals from the past. So as a training exercise, they unfreeze some crazy criminals, and they do it in a controlled environment, and that's like the new cops training. It's like the what the danger room from X-Men, right? That's a thing.
Yeah, that doesn't use live human
Actual
beings,
people?
but
I mean, the danger room gained sentience at one point. All right,
sure. But gaining sentience is different than being a prisoner used as like live target practice. So
I believe that comic storyline ended up with Charles Xavier keeping the danger room as a prisoner, basically. All right.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
But it's not unfreezing people to hunt them using a trained police force. You're right. I mean, you're right in that regard. I don't know why I got defensive.
I mean, I'm guessing like she could unfreeze some like, oh, this guy's like a really good tactical, like he's a disgraced police officer who used to run tactical units. So we'll unfreeze him and be like, hey, you'll get parole like we used to do before the franchise wars. This is also a thing we shouldn't, end, but you'll get parole, you'll be alive, and you can eat all the Taco Bell you want and have sex with the helmet or whatever. But you got to train our police officers in how to like respond. And he goes, yeah, okay. And then it just becomes like a direct sequel where he's really training these guys to be more aggressive than they need to be. And he's, he's like, no, this is actually necessary. And Sylvester Stallone gets wind of it on vacation. And he's,
Oh, of course.
Oh, every time I get out, they keep pulling me back in. He's taking his sunglasses off on the beach, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Here we go again.
Yeah.
They love what he did, right? I think he's great, but they're like, we should probably freeze him in case another scenario happens while he's still.
He's frozen. Yeah, he's frozen forever now.
Yeah,
like I think they just start using people as like backup plans. Yeah, he's
basically the Winter Soldier now. They're like, okay, we're gonna freeze you, bust you out for special occasions.
Yeah.
He didn't realize that taking care of his nemesis in the future would result in a life of him just being frozen and released. Like his every waking moment is just intense.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half action movie.
Did they find out somehow time is cyclical? Oh my god! And somehow they're able to freeze him and bring him into the past to apprehend history's most dangerous criminals. You know what I mean? Is there a way we can move into that?
Well, I mean, sure. Just in the future, time travel's invented, and somebody's like, well, we can correct all of history's past mistakes. Our Hatchet Man, Sylvester Stallone, who we've kept on ice for like 1,000 years.
Oh. All right, I got it. They've perfected time travel, but it only works backwards.
Yeah.
So he can go back to the past once he's done, freezes, get back to the present.
Yeah. They've sent a team back so that there's a freezing pool that they can all get into. Yeah.
Yes.
It's already pre-built.
Yeah. 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 That keeps up with the theme, like of the cryo freezing. Got it. Nailed it.
And it's revealed that it is just water. It's just water. So you just put.
You got to keep them just cold enough. And every time they freeze, they teach him something new over the course of however many years. Okay, all right, nailed that one.
Yeah, that's the third movie in the Demolition Man trilogy.
Oh yeah.
Except, and it's like D, and then the E is a 3.
3, yeah.
Demolition Man. And the
D3
Demolition Man. And the second one is like the L is the 1 or something
the eye should be the one, yeah.
Sure.
And then One of the ones should be the one. The eye. One of the eyes should be the one.
However you want it.
And
It's
then,
fine. That's good. That works for me. Yeah. It's just a thought.
I mean, does Rob Schneider get his own movie? I mean, we're just wasting time, you know?
Oh, yeah. He definitely gets a full-length comedy, like Rob Schneider hanging out as, like, what was he, a cop?
Yeah.
Like, Rob Schneider, future cop. And it's just like, I'm the guy who's supposed to put the information on how to use the shells in people's brains when we're unfreezing them, but I don't do it.
I never do. Womp womp. Maybe there's a serial public urinator, and he's on the case. You know what I mean? And hijinks ensue.
And the public urinator, oh my God, it's Kevin James, of course. Of course it's Kevin James.
Like he's always putting his finger against like the wet spot of the grass, and you're like, he's at it again. You know what I mean? Or like you see him thinks he sees him crossing the street, so he starts to run after him. Gets hit by a car. Dresses as a carrot somewhere. I don't know.
Dresses as a carrot somewhere. Is that an SNL bit?
I was thinking that was Rob Schneider, but it's actually a South Park bit. I was like, where did I see that? Hear that? But it's a South Park bit where he dresses as a carrot.
All right. Get the South Park guys to write it. Whatever.
Let him do it.
Seems like Rob Schneider's level.
Yeah. Well, maybe the public urinator works in a mall, a security guard.
Yeah, there you go. I think maybe Rob Schneider has a roommate and it's Dax Shepard. I mean, he's just always hanging around, right?
Yeah. Their next door neighbor is Adam Sandler.
Oh, so good. Adam. Yeah. You know how he does it. Yeah, good. Write that line down. Don't want the Adam Sandler to forget it. He works off a script. But a lot of people don't know. Really, those are really tightly woven lines.
Yeah, he says them all exactly. It's pretty insane.
Or maybe Rob Schneider's not happy where he lives, right? Because his roommate, who's just like always home, and he's always like got the helmet on, even though he doesn't seem to be having sex with it. He's doing something with it, but nobody's sure.
He's always wearing that sex helmet.
And their next door neighbor, and Rob Schneider's bedroom is like up. They have a shared wall.
Oh yeah.
Next door neighbor is a guy who's just always singing opera, and they call him Opera Man.
So he becomes some sort of superhero, opera man, like the SNL bit.
It's just
but superhero.
Yeah. And maybe all three of them team up. Well, no, they don't team up, but he gets Dax Shepard says something, probably about the sex helmet.
Yeah.
That clues him in, like, oh my God, the guy's peeing because he's also always wearing a sex helmet. Always wearing a sex helmet makes you incontinent. So that's how he finds out it's Kevin James. He sees Kevin James. And then Kevin James has to, like, run away. Not that fast.
Yeah.
He's a fat guy,
Right.
So the comedy revolves mostly around how fat he
How
is.
slow a fat person runs is hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he slips on something and falls into trash.
As fat people do.
As fat people do.
Remember when movie studios thought a movie making fun of gay marriage was cool?
Yeah, that's what, since movies started until today? Is that what you're talking about? Is that the time frame?
No, but
mean?
Adam Sandler and Kevin James were in I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
Oh, that's about a gay marriage.
Yeah. They do it for like health insurance or something. But then Adam Sandler also uses it to see Jessica Biel in her underwear, I think.
Oh, hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Big laugh riot there.
So that, you know.
Real gut
Oh,
buster.
yeah, they fucking nailed it, you know?
I don't know, I might watch a movie where Paul Blart, Mall Cop, is peeing on the grass and Rob Schneider has to hunt him down with the help of his roommate, Dax Shepard. That sounds like a great movie to me. Can you feel the appeal that has?
I can feel the appeal. It's just putting it out there. It's probably already in pre-production now that we've said it.
Probably. We need to be more careful about the ideas we put out into the world. Colin Quinn can make a guest appearance. Just get some of the old SNL guys.
Yeah. Get Norm Macdonald in there. Why not?
Norm Macdonald's too good for this.
Dirty Work's Norm Macdonald is too good for this movie?
It was a long time ago. It's not like he kept making shit. Okay?
Yeah, that's true.
Dude got off the pot. Josh Gad.
Oh my god.
He could be in it. I'm looking at IMDb, of course. I don't know who these people are off the top
Was
of my
Josh
head.
Gad in SNL? I don't think so, right?
No, but he was in a Kevin James movie called Pixels.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It looks like Pac-Man attacks, and I don't know, a bunch of idiots have to do stuff or something. Maybe our Rob Schneider vehicle, at the end, everyone dies because Wesley Snipes drives by and just kills them all. It's like it's like a background scene from Demolition Man. Mm-hmm. Like when he and Sylvester Stallone are having a big shootout fight, like this gang's just nearby and they get riddled with bullets. And we show all of it.
Yeah, we don't skip on the budget during that scene.
No,
No,
not at all.
parts of the skull.
Oh yeah,
It does one of those things where some of the blood and stuff hits the camera.
definitely. Yeah,
Oh my god.
definitely. So then I think maybe after a lot of these things happen, maybe they take all the frozen people and put them on an island, and you can go see the tubes that they're frozen in.
Yeah. And then a power failure gets out, and then
They all come back at once, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's like a small team of researchers who have to get off the island.
Yeah.
It does work pretty good for every franchise we make, I gotta say.
Yeah.
As an endpoint, I don't know how Jurassic Park became like a real powerful touchstone.
Oh yeah.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess
Yeah.
no, please, you go.
I think it came out the same year as Demolition Man, so it's just the
Really?
disparity. The disparity, yeah, in the quality of the films is staggering.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Candy, no transitions. I didn't eat any.
Yeah, I know you were looking to get out of the candy game, so I wrote down some segments that we could replace it with, but I think they're only vague ideas, and some of them, looking back, I don't know what I was talking about.
That's okay.
So
I mean,
I'm going to try one out.
reinventing animals,
One that I
that was a
remember.
good concept I think you came up with, so...
I got this this one idea that I kind of remember. Okay, this is called. We can name it something, but it's about Amazon. On Amazon.com, they have a fine art section. Okay, and so what I want to do is I'm going to pick a piece of fine art on Amazon.com. I'm going to read the title to you, and I want you to tell me what you think that painting looks like.
So I'm describing paintings best based on the title.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to flip-flop that. We'll each do one, so it's not just me.
Okay.
But I'm into
All
it,
right.
yeah. All right, so you're going to read the title of... is it going to be a painting? Or do I have to guess the piece of art, too? I don't know.
I mean, I assume they're all going to be paintings, but if you want to guess the type of media being used, whether it's acrylic paint or multimedia or a sculpture, I mean, you can always...
I'm going to have to guess in order to describe it.
Yeah, I mean...
tell me what it is.
I'll tell you what it is, and you tell me what that piece evokes for you.
Okay.
Now, I forgot about the segment, so I quickly went
That's
in,
fine.
because I'd read some before, and they were great. Now, this
Yeah.
one here, you're going to have to describe a painting... Well, I guess I told you. A piece of art titled Vladimir Putin, period, Spring.
So I'm going to guess it's a painting.
Yeah, so far so good.
Great.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Vladimir Putin's Spring. Okay. So it's probably a painting of Vladimir Putin. He's in the painting. Maybe somebody just painted him shirtless on that horse.
Now, yeah, I don't know whether to keep you going. Like, is that correct, or just let you explore what that means to you and what you think it is? I don't want to keep correcting or saying things about it. Really dig into it. So he's shirtless on a horse.
Unlike normal men, art has no effect on me. It means nothing. So I don't. If it's not just a painting of him on the horse, then I don't know what it is. So you might have to.
He's not on a horse in this painting.
But he is in the painting. It is Vladimir Putin in the painting.
He is in the painting. He's in the center.
So I'm gonna guess it's acrylic.
It looks like acrylic. It could be.
I'm gonna guess
it doesn't say specifically, but it could be.
It's like
acrylic or oil.
I was gonna say it's not. It's not impressionist. It's very true to life. It's very realistic. Maybe the background is probably trees. A lot of green in the background.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Incorrect.
Okay. There's Moscow in the background. There's buildings.
No.
There's animals.
There are several animals in this picture.
Horses?
In the back, there are no horses.
Damn. Birds?
There are at least 6 birds in this painting. At least 3 different varieties of birds.
Is there a bluebird?
No bluebirds. I mean, there could be a robin. There's 3 birds flying around his head in the background.
Oh wow, are they like doves?
Yeah. They do not to me look like doves. They look like sparrows or other small fowl.
I don't know.
Vladimir Putin.
I don't know where to go with this.
All right, let me read this description of the painting to you, the product description. Okay. Portrait, Vladimir Putin Spring. An allegorical, deeply philosophical, and most unique artwork, symbolizing the enduring friendship and openness of Russia to the rest of the countries of the world. Embodied by Russian President Vladimir Putin, depicted with democratic cloths, emphasizing his proximity to the people. Countries on this artwork depicted as various animals and birds. For example, the United States is a fair-haired eagle, Germany is a panther, the United Kingdom as the form of a pair of vultures, China as the form of a tiger, the Baltic countries as the form of rodents, etc. This picture is unrivaled. Is the unrivaled gift to influential political, business, and social leaders.
Yeah. China's a tiger. You guys get to be rodents.
Yeah, but it's Vladimir Putin in blue jeans.
Oh, classic. Yeah.
And a white button-down shirt with a front pocket. He has his hands on his belt and a watch, and he's just kind of has his head cocked and has I would say Mona Lisa level smile, like a very sly smile. And then in front we have all the animals sitting there. There's a crocodile, which wasn't mentioned, a leopard, hyena, vultures. I couldn't tell you. I guess they all look like vultures. I do not see an eagle here, as depicted in the description. I see like 2 different types of vultures. So, and it's in a nice gold frame.
Oh, well, it's good for world leaders. So,
I was gonna have you guess the price. It says see all buying options. Let's see. Oh, okay. There's one seller selling it
for $2,000.
Incorrect.
Am I?
Let me see how big. Let me see how big this paint. You're way off.
Should it be higher or lower?
It should be much higher.
15,000.
Much higher.
40,000.
No, $109,000.
Oh my God.
Plus $16.49 for shipping.
Well, yeah. Well, gotta see that it's ship safe, of course.
It is. 1.18 by 43.31 by 57.09 inches. 23 pounds. You think they would have prints available at a much lower cost, but I guess this is specifically for political leaders and influencers.
Yeah, I was going to say, you let the rabble have a picture of the Baltics as rodents? Come on. I don't think so.
You know where I like to buy all my art that I buy for over $100,000 is Amazon.com. There are 6 ratings. I would assume for an overall rating of 4 stars. I would assume most of those people didn't buy it. Yeah, they look mostly sarcastic. These reviews.
Not a lot of world leaders popping into Amazon to review the painting they got.
No,
because that's a dangerous game.
Yeah, Barry.O 2 stars. No, just kidding. It's a beautiful painting. I mean, there's a boar and a cobra in there. The animals that whoever painted this painting, non-mammal like animals are not their strong suit. They nailed Putin's face, though.
Yeah. Oh, you have to. I mean, you make a painting that's Putin's face and it looks bad.
Yeah.
Straight to Siberia. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 rubles. All right. Well, I'm hungry now, so I'm going to end the podcast. I'm running out of steam. I'm not sure about that segment. We might have to tweak it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Describing it, I'm just in a void. I don't know.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll tweak it. We'll tweak it. That painting sounds bottom of the barrel, though. Just in case.
It's middle of the road for me.
Oh yeah, you're a big Putin fan. I forgot. Real Putin head.
It's too expensive for what you get. Yeah.
So this has been the Heads Up podcast with Jeff and Sean. I'm Sean.
I'm Jeff. We've got a social media presence where we can be reached out to. It's at Heads Up Pod on Twitter and Instagram. We have an email if how you want to communicate or express yourself to us. Takes more than 280 characters or more than a picture would convey. That's headsuppod@gmail.com. Headsup.threadless.com if you're looking to buy any kind of merchandise with Heads Up stuff on it. But I think that's how the most of the ending goes. I think.
And then now I know. I remember. This is the Heads Up podcast, and we're popping off.
Toodles. I'm just getting obsessed with small talk because people say I'm bad at it.
Small talk sucks. People who are good at it suck. Yeah. How's that? Oh, good. Oh, you're good at having banal conversations about nothing with nobody. Oh, cool. Real awesome skill. I'm glad you have that. Oh, I'm sorry. What's that? You're going to live forever? Yeah, if you're going to live forever, that's a great skill to have. I'm not. I have a limited amount of time, so I don't want to waste my time with this bullshit.